Now, what can I do for you? Be seeing you.
Have you seen an old elf hanging around here lately? Dresses funny, probably drunker than an eel in a barrel of mead. That old goose punter owes me a fair bit of coin. 5,000 coppers if you'd believe it. And if you give me my money back, I'll give you a 20% share as thanks. The drunk old goat I was pestering you about, Oswald. Like the credulous fool I am, I gave him a loan and he ran off before paying me back. Fine, Andra's great sagging tits, fine. You can have 40% and rights to whatever baubles Oswald has on him. How about this? I give you 60% and we never discuss this again. Fine. I'll give you 80% of the take for your trouble, but I won't go any higher. Haggling for the fun of it not keeping you busy enough? The man I'm looking for, Oswald, was especially fond of one of the courtesans upstairs, Inalis. Maybe you can get more out of her than I can. She refuses to speak to me, the snippy little cur. She wasn't receptive to my particular charms. Let's see you do better. Maybe you can get more out of her than I can. What do you want to know? The man's a family friend. Has been for... must be 4 generations now? The perk of being an elf, eh? It's my fault, really. I should have known better than to believe that damned old drunk knew what he was doing. Man's a wizard. You understand, and a tinkerer. He convinced himself and me he could, with enough luminous Adra, create a device that would add years to one's life. Must have been a crock of shit, because one day he up and ran without a word of explanation or apology. I thought I knew him better than that. I was hoping you wouldn't ask me that. But hey, what the hell? I'm one of the countless minor nobles that litter the Deerwooden countryside. You know Admeth Hadret, hero of the War of Defiance? He's my great whatever. When people find out, they start doing weird shit. Calling me lady, opening doors for me, buying me drinks. Really, the title is a mockery. It means nothing to me.
Have you come to hear some verse? I'm sure I don't know who you're talking about. Now please leave. If I knew a man named Oswald, and if that man was in danger, I would still decline to be involved. Now, is there something else I can do for you? Do you know Skilber? She wrote in the time before Adir's marriage to Kulkin, when the kingdom was fire-bright and yearning for a purpose.
An exquisite poet. Oh, this shall be a rare treat.
Ship at dawn, its face pressed to the sea's slick lips. My sister and you, a sailor died in lantern light. The wind, my brother's fingers pulling at your hair, his breath hot and boastful, promising. I, a horizon whose borders your thumb has not traced in years. You, slack-jawed and groaning, your chin in the hard grip of longing, led stumbling through the waves. A pleasant diversion, yes? Visit me any time, my friend. Have you come to hear some verse? I'm sure I don't know who you're talking about. Now please leave. Absolutely not. My clients depend on my discretion. I will not betray their trust simply because you ask me to. You should know full well the difficult position you're putting me in, having been a client of mine yourself. Oh, her. Yes, she is persistent, isn't she? She barged in and began asking me all sorts of inappropriate questions about my customers. She grew incensed when I asked her to leave. She's no longer welcome in my room. I do hope she's not a friend of yours. Her manners are atrocious. I'm sure I don't know who you're talking about. That explains quite a lot. Oswald has visited oft of late. He's a sentimental old man, and he longs for the words of our homeland, Adir. I would often read the old epics to him in their original Eldadiran. He's grown paranoid recently, however, always muttering about the shadows following him and other such nonsense. It was quite unnerving, frankly. He came to me in a panic a few days ago and shoved his journal into my hands. He told me he'd be back for it, but I've not seen hide nor hair of him since. I wonder, perhaps his journal would help you find him. Here, take this key. You'll find the journal in my armoire.
I've got it.
Have you got any leads on that mad old goat yet? Oh, Oswald, you've really stepped in it now, haven't you? Getting mixed up with Woodikins? You damned old fool. Where could they have taken him? Not really. To be honest, I spent most of the trip out from Defiance Bay, bent over the bulwark, giving Andra a taste of my innards. I hate boats. Damn, if only I could find that captain who gave us passage to the Deadfire. Bet he'd know. Wait a tick. When our ship neared Nekataka, the bosun told me about a weird temple on an island in the Karatapu Channel, southwest of the city. She wouldn't tell me what it was for, though. Got real spooked when I asked. Go take a look then, and let me know what you find. With any luck, you'll catch the old goat there in one piece, and we'll both leave here with some weight in our purse.